Welcome back, students. Today we'll see direct and indirect speech. Well, direct and indirect speech is also called as reported speech or narration. There are two types of narration. First, direct, and second, indirect. Let us learn it in brief. When someone narrates a story or any event or something is said by someone, he can use any speech, direct speech or indirect speech. If he uses direct speech, he will use exact words of the speaker. For example, Ram said, "I am a student." While writing, we use the exact spoken words in quotation marks. In this sentence, Ram is the speaker, said is reporting verb. The sentence which is in quotation mark is called as reported speech. Here, narrator has used exact word of Ram. That is why this is direct speech. The narrator can also use indirect speech while reporting or narrating others. For example, Ram said that he was a student. In this sentence, Ram is the speaker of the reporting speech. Said is reported verb. That is the conjunction which we have to use in assertive sentences and exclamatory sentences. Further, we have removed quotation marks and comma. We have also changed the tense. When we used direct speech, the reporting speech was in simple present tense, and while writing indirect speech, we use simple past tense. It means simple present tense converts into simple past tense. Now take the screenshot of this chart showing changes in tenses. We also change pronoun. I became he. Some other pronoun can be changed like this according to the convenience. Students, if the reported verb is in present tense or future tense, the tense of the reported speech will remain unchanged. For example, he says, "I brought these books." Let us convert it into indirect speech, and it will be, he says that he brought these books. Here we do not change the tense as the reported verb is in present tense, that is says. Secondly, if the reporting speech is indicating universal truth, the tense of that reported speech will remain unchanged. For example, teacher said to Mahesh, "The earth revolves around the sun." Students, point to be noted that if there is said to, it will convert into told. Let us convert this sentence. Teacher told Mahesh that the earth revolves around the sun. Another thing is, if the name is mentioned in reported speech with whom the speaker is interacting, use it after the reported verb in indirect speech. For example, he said, "Mahesh, I can sing a song." In indirect speech, it will be, He told Mahesh that he could sing a song. See the changes in modal auxiliaries during the time of indirect speech. Students, we have taken examples of statement sentences or assertive sentences to convert into indirect speech. Let us have different types of sentences to convert into indirect speech. First of all, we will see imperative sentences. While converting from direct to indirect speech, change the reported verb into ordered, requested, suggested, urged, shouted, and so on. Let us have some examples. Teacher said to Rakesh, sit down. In indirect speech, it will be teacher ordered Rakesh to sit down. Here, while converting from direct to indirect, use to plus verb. If the sentence is negative, use not to. For example, teacher said to Rakesh, don't sit. In indirect speech, it will be teacher ordered Rakesh not to sit. Let us have another sentence. He said, please bring me a glass of water. In indirect speech, it will be he requested to bring him a glass of water. Let us take exclamatory sentence. In exclamatory sentence, while converting from direct speech to indirect speech, change the reporting speech in assertive sentence. Then apply the rules of tenses and so on. For example, I said, how simple I am. Now let us change the reported speech first. I am simple. Now let us convert into indirect speech. I exclaimed that I was simple. Here you should remember that if the speaker is I and talking about himself by using I in reporting speech, use the same pronoun. Now let us have interrogative sentences. Use ask as reported verb in indirect speech. If the reporting speech starts with WH word, keep WH verb as it is, but convert interrogative sentence into assertive. For example, he said, what's the matter? In indirect speech, it will be he asked what the matter was. Let us have another example. The policeman said, where does he live? In indirect speech, it will be the policeman asked where he lived. Remove the question mark and put full stop. If there is verbal question in reporting speech, use if or whether. For example, she asked me, are you in 8th standard? In indirect speech, it will be she asked me if I was in 8th standard. Let us have another example. Mahesh asked to Rakesh, did you complete your work? In indirect speech, it will be Mahesh asked if he had completed his work. In the sentences of late, remove late and use suggested or propose as reported verb. For example, he said, let's go to play. In indirect speech, it will be he suggested that they should go to play. So student, we come to the end of this topic. See you soon in the next video. Till then, thank you.